What?
Be the best fucking safety tandem in the nation.
Who?
Knockout Starks and Kyle Hamilton. Raiders picked Ashton Gideon.
Ooh, smart. Yeah.
Michigan over the tight end from Kent State.
What? Hey, you gonna get in bed? Okay. Hey, I started my stream if you want to come in there.
Yeah, I'm going.
All right. What? So do you want to go to bed? Who are you talking to? I was talking to Dawson that time. Oh. Yeah, we had a fucking 2-hour conversation. Yeah, I'm just gonna get in bed because I gotta get my ass up at freaking 3 o'clock. 3? You said 3? Man fell asleep already. Walk away. Oh my god. Oh my fucking. Hey. Hey. Wake up. Hey, Get bed.
Welcome everyone to Arlington, Texas at AT&T Stadium, site of this year's Goodyear Cotton Bowl, part, of course, of the college football playoff. It's time now for the quarterfinals, with the top 4 seeds a time to begin their quest toward the national championship. But they run into a battle-tested team already coming off one playoff victory, trying to shock the world here today and make the semifinals. As we'll see the number 7 seed in this playoff, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the number 2 seed in the playoff, the Alabama Crimson Tide. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Chris Fowler here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. We'll see which team's going to be moving on. Kickoff team out there. We're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game. Returner decides to field it. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. So Alabama's offense comes on the field first today. First, the home of the Cotton Bowl in modern times will become AT&T Stadium, a massive yet somehow intimate setting. Kirk, this, of course, is where the first championship game of the playoff era was played.
Well, who could forget that? When Ohio State took care of Oregon to win the national championship for Urban Meyer. And this game, like you said, I think it just seems to get bigger and bigger in this setting. The pressure these players feel. Let's see who can handle that the best today. Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down. A new set of downs after that completion. They'll run it out of the shotgun.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Here's the second down play.
What's up? Yeah, I'm going to let him in.
It's a run.
I said I'm going to let him in.
You've seen you're able to make the stop after a
But they are outside.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Caught behind the line. It's Perkins. And he's tackled just short of that first down marker. Good job by the defense. Punt team ready to boot it away. Looking to flip the field here. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. So the Hurricanes offense gets their first crack now. Well, it's not easy to narrow down the impact players. Who just
Thanks, brother.
But what do you expect from them today?
Well, we got guys that can make plays as well as
Love you
anybody
too,
in the
man.
country on both sides of the ball. That's why I think this matchup is so exciting. Two good teams with great individual players.
Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. Makes a quick catch. Enough for a first down at the 37. A new set of downs after that completion. Tight end goes in motion before the snap. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. And he'll drop back here on third down. Trying to create outside the pocket now. And that gained enough for a fresh set of downs. Spotted at the 48. And the Canes are moving quickly down the field.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first, keep this drive moving.
Play action fake. Looking to throw. Looking for the wideout. Beautiful catch right near the sideline. Gets the foot down. The Hurricanes will hustle to the line to crank the tempo.
Boy, nice throw and a great catch here by this Miami Hurricane wide receiver. For our younger audience out there who might be watching this game, I got to tell you, you may not remember this, but Miami set the tone for wide receiver play for decades, and they're working their way to get back to that now.
Second down after that previous play. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Receiver makes the catch. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion. Offense looking to keep this drive going into the red zone. It's third down and short. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. He's got it right near the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown for the U. So with playoff pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Look at this. They're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
And here's the return from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. Last possession, they were forced to kick it away, and they finally get things going this time. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
There's a 1st and 10 play. And there's the handoff. They tackle him right at the 35-yard line.
That's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
They've got him down out near the 40.
There's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. Wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
Here we go. The coach rolling the dice. 4th and 1 in his own territory. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a 1st down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. On 1st down, why not keep it on the ground?
I know people want to talk about the spread, and Alabama's offense has changed over the years, but at the end of the day, with this coaching staff, it still comes down to the line of scrimmage and the ability to pound the rock. Think about the backs they've had in recent years. Mark Ingram and Josh Jacobs, Derrick Henry, Jahmyr Gibbs most recently. This is an offense that still wants to control things up front and beat you down.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Catch hauled in here over the middle. They make the tackle, but that's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 34. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's 2nd down.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
And they're finally able to bring him down. That's a big momentum play to wrap up the first quarter. Kirk, as we take a break for the quarter here, it's Miami in front. We've reached the end of 1 in this quest to move 1 step closer to a national championship. Let's check out the stats so far. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a 1st down. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play, brings up 2nd down.
But this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on them.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama. That kind of execution, a long drive, that's why this team made it in the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with a pass, picking up 1st downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do, and they made it look easy.
And he knocks through the PAT. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the second quarter. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. And he stopped after gaining 4 yards, so 2nd and 6.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here, keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Same tailback, another carry. And the run moves the ball up to the 33.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable 3rd down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 more yards a pop like that.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. Defense able to stop him. It's 4th down now.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. In the last possession, the defense just had no answer for this powerful ground game. Let's see what they can do this time. Defense makes the tackle on the ball carrier.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. The back's got it. He's swarmed by the defense. So ball at the 30. This is a manageable 3rd down play for the offense. They'll try to run for the 1st down. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line. But give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the 1st down.
Breaking tackles. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Well, this guy's got some wiggle, and you can see there he's got some power. He's able to break through one arm tackle, but the secondary comes up to finish him off.
Here's a screen pass to the running back. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down.
You know, plays like this are what Alabama offense is all about. They run the football, and then they're efficient within their passing game. Think about it. They won a couple national championships with Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron by just being efficient and playing smart at the position and being a great complement to that running game in the defense.
He's brought down, but a solid gain moves the ball across midfield for 41.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple of plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air, and puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
Pass complete. It's 2nd down now. Looking to throw it again. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Kind of a fine line here, Chris, for me when it comes to throwing a screen pass. You don't want to throw it too early, obviously, and the defense reacts quickly and can sniff it out. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late and potentially get sacked. You've got to make sure it hits just right for this play to work.
Alabama getting set for the 1st and 10 now. The quarterback's got it on the option. Pitch play to the back. The gain is 3. Now it's 2nd down and 7. The offense readies for play number 10 in this drive. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
How about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
They'll try and run it. Here's the running back. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Handoff heading left. And the runner brought down after just a short gain.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. Either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off.
A sack in the play could not escape the pass rush. So on 4th down now, out comes the field goal unit. Long enough and good.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. Oh, a reverse. Tackled way behind the line. He'll lose 6 there. They're backed up. 2nd and long at the 19. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Tackle finally made. That's a very solid gain, but not close to first down yardage yet. That's the 2-minute warning in this close first half. The offense trying to score and claim the lead before the break. On third down, he drops to throw. Trying to create here on the move. And he's got it. They bring him down, but a big chunky yardage on the play. They'll go hurry up here. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Tackle is made at the 4. It'll be first down and goal. First and goal, an opportunity to take the lead before halftime.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. Let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big game.
He eludes the rush. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down. The timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime.
Boy, Chris, I thought when he took off on his scramble, I thought he had a chance to maybe get into the end zone. But the defense does a nice job. Yeah, they gave up a couple yards, but they kept him out of the end zone.
He's moving out of the pocket. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1. So here we go, 3rd and goal. Can they punch it in from the 1? You know, the offense will call a timeout. Something the coach didn't like about this. Crucial play coming up. So nothing on the previous play sets up a 3rd and goal from the 1. Movement here from the tight end. Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Miami. So they'll try to add the lead now with the PAT.
Chris, that's what I love about this quarterback. It's a great touchdown, but he shows you his versatility. We know he can throw it, but here he shows you his speed and how he can make the defense pay for that as well.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. Backed up this close to the red zone in the final minute. They said they just decided to take care of the football and look toward the second half. And he'll be taken down, but a penalty flag on the field. So the holding penalty in the offense backs him up 10 yards. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. It's a deep throw down the right sideline. That ball is incomplete. An aggressive deep shot on first down. Important second down play coming up. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Wow, back-to-back deep shots. They try a downfield shot. That's a good effort there, but now it's third down.
Well, it's an incompletion here. I bet this secondary is going to play a little bit deeper just to make sure they don't get hit on any deep throws later in this game.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. And the punt team now on to kick it away. And the returner will be brought down. First down here for this offense. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. And he just throws the ball away there. Nobody open. Excellent coverage. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. And the QB will try again on 2nd and 10. Running out of time in the pocket. And the defense able to bring him down. And that should just about do it for this first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Chris, we wondered all week what this matchup would look like. So much at stake in this win-or-go-home game. and we've been treated to a fabulous first 2 quarters of playoff football. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those 2 stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top.
Alabama will kick it off to start the second half. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. And the Miami offense is back on the field. First play of the 3rd quarter is a handoff.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
And he just throws that one away. Took a big shot, but avoids the sack. The offense now facing a 3rd and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. The freshman's able to get home with a sack. The Hurricanes will send the punt team onto the field. And he'll kick it away now for the 2nd time. Returner brought down. Sets up the next drive. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. And tackled after a small pickup there.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held them just for 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they'll stop him short of the line to gain.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on 1st down.
He'll throw it now. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain. This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field. Quick throw caught on the left side. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. The gain makes it 2nd and medium. They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground.
Oh, what?
Backwards, losing 3 yards there.
That's an insane pickup.
Block the defensive end and shows some quickness.
The rich get richer.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Oh.
And that one is no good. And it's still a 4-point margin after the miss.
Boy, this guy's usually more reliable than this. I thought that was going to be an easy field goal and 3 points, but instead he misses, so you walk away with nothing.
It's a shotgun run call. Second down after that run on the previous play.
That's a win.
Handed off for a draw.
Him and
They
Dean.
make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. And that run is good for 1st down yardage. A new set of downs for this offense. And here's the handoff. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Their first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Tried to squeeze one in there, but it's incomplete. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the 1st down. Receiver makes the grab. The defense will wrap him up after a 7-yard gain. It'll bring up 4th down. The Canes bring their punt team onto the field. And the punt will go out of bounds, taking the returner out of play. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. They need something out of this possession. The last time they settled for a field goal attempt, but then they missed it. Looking for his big tight end. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. Tackled right at the 30, good enough to move the sticks.
You know, Chris, you think about it, efficiency has always kind of been the description of a great Alabama quarterback. Man, think about the playmakers that they've had over the last few years at this position. Jalen, Tua, Bryce Young recently. Just a different level of quarterback play and really gives this offense an edge to it.
Handoff here from the shotgun.
Of course.
That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively. I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw.
What can I say? I'm a mind reader.
The offense stays on the field. They're going to go for it on fourth down in their own territory. They're going to run it. Powers through the tackle.
It is a famous saying.
Tackle made after a nice.
I need to go play the lottery then.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up.
Trends show guys that are continuing to go for it on fourth down. But what's crazy to me, Chris, is deep in your own territory to go for it on fourth down. It's
What?
a big risk, but it pays off here.
2nd down play coming up. He'll hand it off. And they finally stop it, but a decent gain that time.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit.
You're gonna be the star quarterback.
This. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if
Shadur can do it, anybody can.
Down at the 40, that'll be a 1st down.
Here's a great example of the back knowing where he needed to go on this play, and he didn't mess around. He got between the tackles and earned every single yard.
Brought down after picking up 5 yards, so 2nd and 5.
I know the toss play begins with a guy taking the snap, he turns around, he flips it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is can they set the edge as an offense? Whether it's an offensive tackle, a tight end in that same direction.
Hey, good job. Fucking double teaming there.
If they can do that, you get the result that you want just like this. If you don't, oftentimes the play is blown up right at the line of scrimmage.
Kirkisby take a break for the quarter here. It's Miami in front, sitting in a pretty good spot as you wrap up the 3rd quarter, trying to keep those national championship hopes alive. Let's take a quick look at the game stats while we have a chance. As we head to the 4th, we could be in store for a classic finish. A spot in the next round of the college football playoff is at stake. And in 1st down, they go right back to him. And they'll stop him after a short gain. The long drive continues. The offense pushing the ball down the field. Now they'll switch it up, looking to throw the ball here. He's going to take off. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but
Already in
make
it.
the play, bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
Here comes a throw from the red zone. Bringing pressure. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. Touchdown, Alabama. And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
Well, this is why they love this guy so much, is when it's crunch time, he makes plays like this. And what I love is the quarterback knows all I got to do is get the ball in his hands, and he can do the rest of the work and get it all the way to the end zone. Great play.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field.
Dude, Notre Dame beat the fuck out of Florida.
Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and will bring the football to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. The last drive stalled and were forced to punt it away. Let's see what they can come up with this time. They start the drive with a quick throw to the right. They make the tackle, but not before a solid.
Dude, I beat him. It's fun.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Fires it to the right. And is intercepted.
Oh, yes. They are assholes like Miami is. Miami's asshole. Miami asshole.
Getting set up. It's a 1st down play. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff.
Now I like the run play here, and offensively at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Breaks loose at the 40.
Welcome to the SEC, bitch.
An explosive play by this offense. Big game.
Good call here by the offense to be able to pick up this first down. And, Chris, it makes you wonder with under 3 minutes to go in this game and
Yes, you
trailing,
did, Stall.
the defense
Yes,
sitting
you
back
did.
in their base. I thought they might be in a little bit more of an aggressive mindset, turning the blitz loose, trying to create some plays to get the football back.
Talk about quickness. That play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
We've seen you're able to make the stop after a short gain. They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Looking to scramble now. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Chris, watch him work through his progression.
Did you really? Because Florida's not good in the snap. What are you saying? Look, this is a receiving back. Doing a screenplay. Let's see if it works.
Defense is coming after him. Running back grabs it on the screen. They tackle him at the 3, but that's a great gain on the pitch and catch.
What? It don't work. It don't work. Yes, it does. Screenplay work.
These guys are going to play for 60 minutes. They do not let up. Here they are. Typically, you want to run the football here to work the clock, but these guys stick to the game plan and keep throwing the football, trying to get more yards.
See if the offense can punch
What is this defense running, bro?
On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. Fights his way in.
I just have beat the fuck out of Miami physically.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back, but the continuity of this offensive line was on display, and that's the reason he was able to get in the end zone.
Extra point, up and good. A double-digit lead now here in the 4th quarter. Now they get set to kick it away.
And Dawson, I don't know why I thought we were on the same side of the bracket.
So no return here. He takes a knee in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession.
Yeah, you really stayed and built up that run game.
First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. That's reeled in. It's Smith. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. That completion sets up a 2nd down play. Makes a quick grab. Stop at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks.
It's a nice completion there, Chris. And this possession
Could have been Hunter's job if he would have just waited one more year.
They've got to focus on putting points on the board right now.
And he lofts it toward the left sideline. That deep shot.
That motherfucker's fast.
Big game.
I'm talking about the Florida job.
Just ran away from the defense. That's an important score. We got a 1-possession game now.
Motherfucker, he just burns 96 speed.
And now it's about this defense coming up with a stop. Everybody in the stadium knows that they're going to run the football and try to.
And that was cover 3 over the top. Should have been a safety.
To ensure they don't do that successfully.
Guess I fucked up on that, man.
He's going to return it from near the goal
Dude, this
line.
game ain't even close to them. Notre Dame is beating the fuck out of Florida.
Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. They'll hand it off. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
Hey, Chris, with the offense backed up this deep in their own territory, runs like this at least give you a little bit of breathing room. But you've got to continue to protect the football, especially trying to hold on to this lead.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a 3rd down play. They'll work the clock here with the running game. That's a
Guess
good
who's going
effort on
for
the
it?
run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. 4th down now. So no hesitation by the coach. The offense is out there to go for it here. Here we go on 4th down. And he picks
That's
up
what
the
you get
first
for not
down
hitting the
with 4
acceleration
hitting the
button. You
ground.
get rewarded.
Chris, I'll be honest, man. I thought on 4th down and 1, they might be just trying to draw the defense off sides, but they caught me and probably the defense by surprise as well, especially on their own side of the field. Gutsy play call right there to keep this drive alive.
Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
Positive yards are always important for an offense, but at this stage of the game, late in the ball game, playing
Had the
with
ball
lead,
31
you're
fucking
thinking about
minutes.
working that clock and continuing to keep the ball in bounds.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Takes the handoff again. Good enough for 1st down yardage. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 now. They'll try the ground game here with the running back.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
Now it's 2nd down here. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the 1st. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. They're pounding away with the running game. It's 1st and 10. Offense will keep it on the ground here. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
Boy, this
Oh, I
guy
like
just
how
keeps
Will
playing
left.
good football. He's like a bowling ball out there. Gets low pad support, running over top of defenders. Just a gritty runner, and a big part of the reason they're enjoying this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Oh, I like how Dawson
They bring
left.
him down just short of the marker, inches away from a 1st down.
Well, they didn't bust that for a
Awesome.
big play. It makes this 3rd down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
They'll try to pick up the 3rd down yardage on the ground. He's tackled inside the 35 and picks up a 1st down.
Boy, Chris, you cannot overstate how big of a conversion this was to be able to pick this
Yeah.
up on the ground. Yeah, the offense still has the lead, but you can just feel the defense having all the momentum with the points they've been able to compile.
Yeah, you should be able
That
to.
run right there picks up a 1st down. And kind of
I know I was able to.
down a bit.
Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive.
But also,
and advance. This is a crucial
all my
W
coordinators that I had on
right
staff
now.
were
The stage
fired
gets even
when I got
bigger.
there, so
The
maybe
challenges
that
will continue
I
going
don't know.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games. But you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
See you in Athens, you son of a bitch. From Saban and Kirby to Will and Cody. I'm not sure. Dude, my defense is fucking good, man. Sugar Bowl. Oh shit, I lost my OC. Holy fuck.
Bye.